Joshua 19. Then the second lot fell to Simeon, to the tribe of the sons of Simeon, according to their families and their inheritance, was in the midst of the inheritance of the sons of Judah. So they had as their inheritance Beersheba and Sheba and Moladah and Hazer Shual and Bela and Ezim and Tolad and Bethuel and Hormah and Ziklag and Beth Macaboth and Hazar Susa and Beth Leboath and Shirahin, 13 cities with their villages. Ain Rimmon and Ether and Ashan, 4 cities with their villages. And all the villages which were around these cities as far as Baaleth Beer, Ramah of Negev. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Simeon according to their families. The inheritance of the sons of Simeon was taken from the portion of the sons of Judah, for the share of the sons of Judah was too large for them. So the sons of Simeon received an inheritance in the midst of Judah's inheritance. Now the third lot came up for the sons of Zebulun according to their families, and the territory of their inheritance was as far as Sarid. Then their border went up to the west in Merilah. It then touched Dabelsheth and reached to the brook that is before Joklim. Then it turned from Sarid to the east toward the sunrise as far as the border of Christloth Tabor. And it proceeded to Daberath and up to Japhia. And from there it continued eastward toward the sunrise to Gath Hefer, to Eth Kazan, and it proceeded to Rimmon, which stretches to Neah. And the border circled around it on the north to Hananothon, and it ended at the valley of Iphathel. Included also were Kata and Nahalel, and Shimron and Idalah and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the sons of Zebulun, according to their families, these cities with their villages. The fourth lot fell to Issachar, to the sons of Issachar, according to their families. And their territory was to Jezreel, and included Cheseloth, and Shunem, and Hapharaim, and Shion, and Anaharoth, and Rabbeth, and Kishion, and Ebez, and Remeth, and En-Ganim, and En-Hada, and Beth Pazaz. And the border reached to Tabor, and Shahuzamah, and Beth Shemesh. And their border ended at the Jordan, 16 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Issachar, according to their families, the cities with their villages. Now the fifth lot fell to the tribe of the sons of Asher, according to their families. And their territory was Helkath, and Hali, and Betin, and Akshaph, and Alamelech, and Amad, and Mishal. And it reached to Carmel on the west, and to Shihor Libnath. And it turned toward the east to Beth Dagon, and reached to Zebulun, and to the valley of Iphathel, northward to Beth Emek, and to Neel. Then it proceeded on north to Kabul, and Ebron, and Rehob, and Haman, and Cana, as far as Great Sidon. And the border turned to Ramah, and to the fortified city of Tyre. And then the border turned to Hosah, and it ended at the sea by the region of Aksib. Included also were Ummah, and Aphek, and Rohab, 22 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Asher, according to their families, these cities with their villages. The sixth lot fell to the sons of Naphtali, according to their families, and their border was from Helah, from the oak in Zananim, and Adamai, Nekeb, and Jabneel, as far as Lachum, and it ended at the Jordan. Then the border turned westward to Ajnath Tabor, and proceeded from there to Hukok, and it reached to Zebulun on the south, and touched Asher on the west, and to Judah at the Jordan toward the east. And the fortified cities were Ziddim, Zur, and Hamath, Rakah, and Chinnereth, and Adamah, and Ramah, and Hazor, and Kadesh, and Edrei, and In Hazor, and Yairon, and Migdal El, Horem, and Beth Anath, and Beth Shemesh, 19 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Naphtali, according to their families, the cities with their villages. The seventh lot fell to the tribe of the sons of Dan according to their families. And the territory of their inheritance was Zorah, and Eshtaol, and Shemesh, and Shabbalim, and Aijalon, and Ithlah, and Elon, and Timnon, Ekron, and Eltekah, and Gibbethon, and Baleth, and Jehud, and Beneberek, and Gath Rimmon, and Mejarkon, and Raycon, with the territory over against Joppa. And the territory of the sons of Dan proceeded beyond them. For the sons of Dan went up and fought with Lasham and captured it. And then they struck it with the edge of the sword and possessed it and settled in it. And they called Lasham Dan after the name of Dan their father. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Dan according to their families, these cities with their villages. And then they finished apportioning the land for inheritance by its borders. The sons of Israel gave an inheritance in their midst to Joshua the son of Nun. In accordance with the command of the Lord, they gave him the city for which he asked, Timnath Serah, in the hill country of Ephraim. So he built the city and settled in it. These are the inheritances which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun and heads of the households of the tribes of the sons of Israel distributed by lot in Shiloh before the Lord at the doorway of the tent of meeting. So they finished dividing the land.